Well, are y'all ready to get started? Okay, so a lot of you all have already turned in Lab01a, so that's not a problem. I'm gonna just quickly do a little screen share, and we'll take a look at Canvas real quick together so you kind of know where we're going on this. So bear with me for just a minute while I get this set up. All right, the other thing that you're gonna see is that for a lot of today, I'm gonna be using an incognito private browser window. Basically what that does is that forces me to log into everything just like you would. And that way, if you're running into an issue, hopefully I'll be able to recreate that same issue. So just so you know, that's what I'm up to over here. So within Canvas, you can get to where we're gonna be today a couple of different places. So from the home page, you can either click week 1 and that'll bring up the labs for today, or you should be able to go into assignments or modules. They should all take you to the same place. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start here with Lab01a. And basically everything we do this semester from a GIS software standpoint, it's gonna be using this software by a company called Esri, E-S-R-I. And Esri charges a small fortune. They're a private company, a software company, so they charge a lot of money to have access to their really fancy software. So as part of that, they don't want people who haven't paid for their software getting access to it. So that's why we have to go through this login process. And that's basically what we're doing very first thing. So some of you have already done that. That's great. For everybody else, we're going to knock this out together. So all we need to do from here is we are going to get you logged into our ArcGIS online account. So I'm going to put this link in the chat. And here's the URL. That I want you to throw into your web browser. Oh, the other thing is I try to always put my lab instructions in Google Docs. That way, if we find a problem, I can update it in real time and all you have to do is refresh the page and you'll be able to see what we're up to. But that's what I need you to do first is go ahead and hop on your browser and get to myutk.maps.arcgis.com. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go at kind of a slow, steady pace throughout the lab today, and I'm gonna be watching your faces. And when I see panic, or when I hear panic and you unmute yourself, that's how I know I'm gonna need to pause. So do me a favor, if you are struggling for some reason to get to this website to get logged in, will you put a no in the participants for me? All right, I'm not seeing any no's, so I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that same URL. And this is gonna bring you to the UT homepage. This whole account is actually managed by the Office of Information Technology. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna log in, and we're gonna log in using our University of Tennessee credentials. So up here in this top right-hand corner, you should see this sign-in button, and that's where we're gonna click. And then once you click that sign-in button in the top right-hand corner, it should bring up this big blue University of Tennessee button. And I'm gonna have you click on that. And this is gonna take us to the same single sign-on page that all of us use for email, Canvas, MyUTK, all that stuff. Throw in your username, your net ID and password here, and go ahead and hit that login. Because I'm using this private browser, I'll have to constantly be doing that two-factor authentication thing, so you may have to do some of that yourself too. When your page loads, it's very likely it won't look exactly like mine. Yours may look more like this once you get logged in. The difference will be you'll be able to see your net ID up here in this top right-hand corner. So do me a favor, and in that participants panel, if you can see your net ID and you were able to get logged in, will you give me a green check yes, please? Also, at this point, I'm assuming that all of you have participated in a lifetime's worth of Zoom sessions. But if we need to do a separate how to use Zoom, drop me an email and let me know, and we'll set that up, okay? Jesse, are you able to get yours to work?
Yeah, I'm just having trouble with formatting the file to submit it.
Okay, we'll get to that. So you're good. All right. I'm going to go through the list, and anybody that doesn't have a green check, I'm going to follow up with you. Damon, did you tell me, Damon, are you the one that goes by DC?
Yes.
All right. Feel free to, if you want to rename yourself when you log in, if it lets you do that, that's fine. If it doesn't, I'll try and remember. DC, are you having any issues getting this thing to work?
No.
Okay, good deal. Let's see. Wesley, how about for you?
I'm good.
Okay. It looks like you're calling in from a phone, so likely you won't be able to use those same participant options.
Yeah, I have my phone audio on because the Wi-Fi is spotty, so like my video just went down, but I'll be able to see you in a second.
Okay, that's fine. And if at any point like it drops out and you need to log back in, whatever, just holler and let us know, okay? Let's see. Tyler, how about for you?
I was
sorry, Tyler, sorry, my TA. All right, good deal. Let me hit clear all, and that looks good. So let me just give you a short, simple explanation of sort of what this is and how this works. So Esri, the software company, they're just like a big software company like, let's say, Microsoft. And they have some products that they sell and make that are web-based, like Office 365. And then they have some that are desktop-based. So like you download Microsoft Office and you get Word and you get Excel and you get PowerPoint. Same basic idea, except that in this case, they're making software to use for GIS applications as opposed to, Office applications. And up here in the top left-hand corner, actually, let me go ahead and maximize this. No, probably it's going to look like this. So this home button will bring you back to this main page. I have no idea what OIT puts on this main page and when they update it. So don't be surprised if at some point later on the semester you come back and it's different. Don't worry about the gallery for now. Let's see the map. We will get to that. You're going to be making maps with this platform. We just haven't gotten there yet, so we'll get to that later. Don't worry about seeing that's for doing stuff in 3D. And all I can tell you is it causes too many problems for us to worry about. We're not going to worry about Notebook. That's actually if you're taking one of the programming classes the department offers. That's a way to integrate some of the programming languages into the GIS software. The way groups work is now that all of you are logged in, you all have now activated an account with OIT, and I'm actually going to create a group just for our class, and that way I will be able to share things with you that no one else on the university will be able to have access to. So that's what I'll do for that. Content. This is where as you create material throughout the semester, as you put things online and we start to build things like interactive maps, story maps, as we start to build dashboards, all that will show up here in content. Right now, that's going to be empty. If you've never taken a GIS class here at UT, it'll be completely empty. And then the organization is really just tells us a little bit about the account itself. So here it tells us who the person with OIT is that manages the account. And then it's got a bunch of other things in here about like who can do what. So what kind of roles and permissions and things you have. But that's basically it. And the good news for today is you are now done with that. In terms of like getting logged in, the only thing I want you to do for me is up here in this top right-hand corner, you're going to see your net ID. I'm going to have you click on that net ID one time, and you're going to click on my profile. And what I want you to do for me is when you click on my profile, I'm going to have you edit your name so that instead of your net ID, it's your name. And so, go first and last, unless you go by, like DC, if you go by DC instead of, your full first name, just put that in there for me. That way it'll help me start to put names together with y'all. If you are comfortable with it, and it is completely optional, the other thing that helps is if you put a picture in there, and that way I can start putting faces with names. And to change things, you just click on the little pencil icon and that'll let you edit. And then in the bio, if you would, give me 2 sentences about you, what you're interested in academically, what you're interested in from a research standpoint, what your major is, whatever. Basically what I'm looking for are, as I find examples to show you all in class, as I find data sets for us to explore together, I try to find things that are relevant to you all. So if I know a little bit more about you, if you're a forestry major and you're interested in like wildfire science, put that in there. And that way I can use those examples. If you're interested in medical geography and epidemiology, put that in there. Whatever it is, just go ahead and throw that in there.
Hey, Michael.
Yes.
What did you want us to like screenshot of? Like which page on the thing?
So this page right here would be great. You're probably going to be empty over here on the right-hand side, but really all I'm looking for, Annie, is that shows your name is here, and you put something in there for the bio, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
And if you have not done any screen capturing before, if you're on a Mac and it's a brand new Mac, they've got an application called Screenshot built in. I think you can hit the command space bar and search for Screenshot and it should bring it up. If you have an older Mac that's
Command 3 on the Macs, you can just press Command and 3 and it'll screenshot your screen and you can crop it.
Okay. Great. That's good to know. Is that on a newer MacBook with a newer operating system?
I got this one my freshman year of college, like last year.
Okay.
Some Macs are Command Shift 4.
Aha. All right. I suspect that there's probably a break at some point. One of the operating systems changed, because I know that if you're using an older Mac, the program is actually called Grab. So you can do a command space search for the word Grab, and it's a screen capture program. So on a Mac, you look for either Grab if it's an older Mac, or Screenshot if it's a new one. If you're on a PC, the tool you're looking for is called the snipping tool. And then if you are on a Chromebook, I don't remember, it's like Control Shift and then like the switch window button or something like that. So if you are good and you've got your name updated and you've got your bio done, take that screen capture and then go ahead and upload that to Canvas. And now you are part of the way done with Lab today. All right, I'm looking to see if anybody's panicking before we go on to the next thing. So I'm going to stop the screen share for just a minute.
How would I change the file format to a JPJ or JPG or something like that?
Jesse, can you tell me the screen capture that you took? Do you know what file format it's in right now?
I don't. All I know is it's not allowed to be accepted on Canvas.
All right, bear with me for a second. And Jesse, remind me what computer you're using right now. What type of computer?
I'm on a MacBook.
You should be able to open that and then go to File, and it should export as PDF or export as whatever.
Okay.
And Jesse, if that doesn't work, I'll just turn that restriction off, okay?
Okay, I think it should work.
Okay. All right, I think we covered everything here. Is there anything that didn't make sense so far? You're not actually gonna have to use this again for a while, so we'll come back to it later. All right, so. Jesse, was that able to work?
It's still not working for some reason.
All right, give me just 1 second. All right. All right, Jesse, do me a favor. Go ahead and refresh the Canvas page in your browser and then try it again. I took out the restriction, so.
Thank you.
Jesse, we're going to probably run into that same issue multiple times today because that's how you're going to turn stuff in. So help me remember that every time we go through to just turn that off, okay?
Okay.